What's going on YouTube? What's going on Lions Den? Foxboy 7006 back. Okay, so just to start off, as well as everybody knows, the Detroit Lions have been eliminated from playoff contention, which is no surprise. We didn't deserve to go to the playoffs. We just didn't. Flat out, straight up, we didn't deserve it. I mean, we got what we had coming. We got what we had coming. That's all there is to it. Game over. But, anyways, so going into the Detroit Lions at the Cincinnati Bengals, final road game of the year. So they were saying that if we would have pulled out the win today, if we would have pulled out the win this past Sunday, we would have gotten our first winning record on the road since the 1960s. I honestly can't remember when it was. But it was since that long time, we would have had a winning record on the road. And which would have been another meaningless record. I'm sorry to say it. But anyway, so going to the game itself. Matthew Stafford once again showed his true colors. He kept overthrowing guys. I watched parts of the game and the highlights of it because I was working. But from everything that I saw, he kept overthrowing receivers and he was panicking in the pocket like he always does. And it just came to show it. The highest paid player in the NFL, but never played like it. Not once did he play like it all season. And our defense had to do too much work, and there were times where the defense kept playing like shit. Yes, because the offense could not click. The offense still couldn't capitalize. I think we had like 2 or 3 turnovers. We forced like 2 or 3 turnovers, but we couldn't capitalize. I mean, the defense did all the damn work. I mean, how do you expect them to constantly be at their best when our offense can't do shit? And apparently, Amir Abdullah fumbled the ball. I mean, I didn't catch the full game, so I can't be sure. I mean, you can correct me down in the comments below. I mean, that's fine. But anyways, so Marvin Jones had a couple catches, which was pretty good. Golden Tate had a couple good catches. Eric Ebron finally pulled his head out of his ass and finally got Eric Ebron got a touchdown, which was very good. So he finally woke up and showed up. But Caldwell, oh my God, Caldwell. I really hope to God that Bob Quinn and Martha Ford, I really pray to God that those two realize that Caldwell is not the coach for this team, and that they just get rid of his ass. I mean, there was one play that I did see where towards the end of the game where Stafford, he threw it out of our own end zone, and Golden Tate had that ball. He caught it. He had possession of it until he got to the ground. His knees hit the ground and he still had possession. That's when you're down. You're down right there. And he didn't get the ball stripped from him until after he was already on the ground. And they called it incomplete. And Caldwell didn't fucking challenge it. Any coach in his right mind would have challenged that play. But no, Caldwell's like, Caldwell, if you are an NFL head coach and you're in your right mind, challenge that goddamn thing. But we probably would have lost the challenge anyway because they fuck us over all the time, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, so if I remember correctly, the scores I believe was Cincinnati 26 or 25, Detroit Lions 13. So I take that back. I think it was like 23-19. I honestly can't remember the score, but it doesn't really matter now because we still lost. And right now we are 8-7, which I'm pretty damn sure that even with Aaron Rodgers gone, we're not sweeping the Packers. They're gonna beat us at home, and we're gonna end up 8-8, breaking even in the season. In which there were multiple games that we should have fucking won, but we didn't. We still couldn't do it because this team always finds a way to fucking lose. So, I mean, the predictable play calling, we are notorious for it. But anyways, so I just don't know, guys. I love the Detroit Lions. I love my Lions to death. I really do. I love this team more than anything. But a lot of people say, oh, if you can't support them, if you can't, have faith in them, you're not a true fan. People, have you seen how this team plays? Have you seen it? How long are diehard Detroit Lions fans? How long are we supposed to go through this shit? What is it going to take for the Lions to finally win a division title, win a playoff game? What is it going to take? But I'm sorry about the rant, guys. I really am. But it's just so frustrating that the big games for the Detroit Lions that are the must-win games, they can't pull it off. But when it comes to games that doesn't matter, they can blow out their opponents. They can fucking dominate when it comes to games that don't matter. Because there are plenty of games where it did not matter and the Lions were dominant. The Lions destroyed. The Lions would destroy their opponents when it doesn't matter, but they can't show up in the big games. Because the Cincinnati Bengals were eliminated. Because the Cincinnati Bengals, they were one of the worst teams in the NFL, one of the worst in the league. They already eliminated from the play. They were already eliminated, and they took us down with them. Bright side, the Packers are out. So that's always a bright side. But I mean, I really don't know what else to say about this game, guys. I really don't know. I mean, it's just really sad that the Detroit Lions get handed to them so many opportunities, and they. So here's what. And do you know what? I'm just gonna say this right now. A lot of you are probably gonna call me out on bullshit, or you guys are probably gonna say, "Oh, you don't sound like a true fan." What? But I'm just gonna be straight up. What needs to happen is the fans, they need to send the Fords a message. Send them a message. And send it to them where it fucking hurts. Stop buying the merchandise. Give Martha Ford one more goddamn year. Give her one more fucking year to give us this winning team that she promised us. That she and the rest of her family promised us. Give us that winning team. Give us a division title and or a playoff win. Give us one or both. Give us one of those two, so we actually will be relevant again. I give her one more goddamn year. I mean, I think the sports needs to sell this team anyway. But anyways, so Fords, I know you'll probably never watch this video, but if you ever do, I give you one more year. One more year, Fords. One more failing season. And not only would I strongly consider just quit making recap videos altogether for a while, just put these videos on hiatus. But to not watch any more games, to not buy any more merchandise. Because if you can't give us this, you guys cannot give us this winning team that you promised us. I don't care who you have to bring in. Give us this winning team that you promised us, or you're gonna lose money fast. Because Ford, you are good when it comes to cars. You're good. You're good when it comes to car sales, as far as I know. You guys are much better at selling cars than you are owning a football team. Because when it comes to owning football teams, just get that shit out of here. I don't fucking care what the story was with the whole entire William Ford having bought the team and everything, and only caring about the seats being filled up and merchandise being bought. That shit's out the fucking window, as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, so my personal opinion, I give him one more year. Bob Quinn, this is in your hands right now. Get rid of Caldwell. Get rid of Cooter, and give Austin one more year to make our defense show up. Because the defense, there are days where the defense is solid, But Jim Bob Cooter, your ass needs to be gone because you keep calling the most predictable shit ever. And Caldwell is a non-passionate, just mellow motherfucker who does not show any passion. He does not show any winning drive. He just has that look on his face on the side of the field. That's it. He just has a duh, like he doesn't know what the fuck to do. It's like he's never coached the game in his life. I do not care how many winning seasons we've had. I don't care how many times we've been to the playoffs. I don't give a rat's ass about any of these records we keep breaking. I don't care about that. I love this team death. I mean, for the most part, I really don't care. It's not the fact I don't care that we do anything. I do. But all these records, all these winning seasons, all these winning records don't mean a damn thing unless we have something to show for it, which we have nothing to show for it. Nothing. The last time we won a division title and or playoff game was back in the early 90s. It's like back in the early 90s. That was the last time we won anything. That was the last time we won a division title and a playoff game. That was the last time it happened. So we have over a 26 year drought of us not winning shit. Because when the divisions were when each conference was divided into 4 divisions, the Detroit Lions have not one single time have we won an NFC North title. Not once have we done it. Yeah, if my memory serves me right, if I did my research right, the last time we won a playoff game and a division title was when Barry Sanders was still playing for us as our running back. That was the last time it happened. And Barry Sanders retired years ago. What does that tell you? So like I said, I give the Fords one more year to turn things around. Bob Quinn, you need to do something about this. Seriously, you need to do something about this. I don't care what it is, do it. I don't care if you have to let certain players go. I don't care if you have to let the offensive line quit. I don't care what it is you have to do. Do something to turn this goddamn team around. Do something to make them relevant again. Do something to bring us a division title and or playoff game next year, or I'm just going to downright stop making it, or I'm going to come damn near close to stop making videos. And I'll contemplate not even buying any more gear. Just nearly boycotting the team. Nearly. I mean, I don't think I can bring myself to do it, but it's just it's gonna be that frustrating if you guys don't do something about this. Well, if you boycott the team, then you don't care about the team. It's called tough love. It's called tough love, guys. We love this team to death. But we need to send the Fords a message. Either do something about this team or sell it to somebody else who will. But, I mean, I know I'm going way off topic of what the video is supposed to be. But anyways, so, basically overall, the Detroit Lions were at the Cincinnati Bengals was just outright shit. We did not show up for Jesus Christ, sorry. We didn't show up for the most important game of the season. Because the Atlanta Falcons lost. The Atlanta Falcons also lost. If we would have won, all we had to do was win next week. If we would have won on Sunday and won next week, there's a good chance we would have gotten in. But anyways, regardless, so the Detroit Lions lost to the Bengals this past Sunday, and we play the Packers at home for the season closer. And that's pretty much for whatever. That game is for absolutely nothing. But how much I want to bet the Lions are going to show up. That the Lions are finally going to show up and we're going to, oh yeah, we could possibly sweep the Packers next week for the first time in years. But what's it going to mean? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What are we going to have to show for? It's not for the division title because the Vikings already took that. And we're not going to the playoffs, so that's pretty much done. The only thing we're playing for next week is just to sweep the Packers for the first time in over 20 years. That's it. But anyways, that's I really don't really have much else to say, really. Um, let's just hope that, I mean, yes, go Lions next week, but I just really hope that in the off season the Detroit Lions find that somebody somebody that either Bob Quinn or Martha Ford finally fucking does something about this. Anyways, let's go Lions, and Fox Boy 7 2006 out.